ready for a competition like no other. These guys might own them all, but can they play them all? Hadouken! 8 home arcade YouTubers from across the globe compete for the ultimate bragging rights, cash and prize to see who will be the home arcade champion. The home arcade champion. Each week brings a different challenge for them to overcome on a different cabinet. Lowest score gets eliminated. To make sure there's no foul play, all of our contestants' identities will be hidden. Will our panel of fellow home arcade YouTubers figure out who's who? Find out on the next Home Arcade Championship. After a very entertaining episode 1, 7 of our 8 contestants had made it through Sly Spot, while our last contestant, player number 6, was revealed to the world as Rascal. Going on next, in today's challenge, we will be going to the IiRcade, where we will be playing Gunbird. Released in 1994 by Jalico, the players will have 3 credits total to get as far as they can and do as much as they can. They can pick any character they want. Joining our panel of judges, starting with this episode until the season finale, we will be having special guest judges, and in this episode, we have from the IiRcadians, Papa Brad and Jeff Rainwater. Now with all our guest judges, they will combine their score up to 10 points for each player. They don't have to give scores in each one. Let's get started with player number 1.
Here we go. Back at it. Gunbird this time on IiRcade. Let's see it. Let's see what these players got. Player number 1. Oh, this is one of them vertical games. All right now. So you're a witch in this one, huh? We got our Harry Potter on. All right, let's see. Oh, we got some music going. Let's go. Get that groove on. That's like a mecha bird or something. Is that? Look at that. Like some Mech Warrior stuff. Remember Mech Warrior? That used to be the game. All right, getting these shots in. Taking out the tops. All right, look. This person is doing it. They're doing it big. They got the superpowers, a little storyline. Oh, they passed through the storyline. That means they know exactly what they're doing. They're dodging the bullets. Look, this person has got the skills to pay the bills. And when the bills come, they get paid in full. Look at that. Not even getting hit once. Damn. Dancing. Look at that. They getting the groove on. Oh my God. Just made it look easy. Now here comes this dude with his big ass sword and his shield. Shooting fireballs out of his face. But does not. Player 1 just is like, yeah, that's fine. I'm the Matrix. Let me just dodge it. Oh, yeah. Okay, the sword comes out no good. Oh, the kablooey. Obviously has played this game before. Obviously has played a tremendous amount of this game. They bought the IiRcade just for this game. This is the game that they bought. They were like, look at this IiRcade right here. I got this Gunbirds game they got on here. I don't even want to play none of the other games on it. I'm just playing Gunbirds. Obviously, that's what's happening. Obviously. I mean, look at this. They're not even being touched. It's kind of scary. This dude is directly into the Matrix. Player 1 is just sick with it. Look at this. Just sick with it. Player 1 is on stage 2, just light. Oh, finally they finally died. Finally. Here we go. Trying to get some of them power-ups now to end to a couple more stages. Stage 3. Big ass tank in front of them. Fear not. Oh, they got bloated up. They're on their magical. Oh, do some of them superpowers. They're on their magical broom. Mech Warrior gets away. Throwing some of them fireballs into their. Oh, right. Oh, and there they. Okay, listen. This has been a fast downward spiral from being amazing to just kind of getting their stuff pushed in. Yep, blowing it up. Okay. I see this. Oh, yeah, these later missions, these like, level 3s and 4s are rough, but they're doing their best. And they're trying to save their companions down at the bottom. Oh, man, it's a lot. That really says a lot. Player 1, salute.
So, player 1 picked Marion. Player 1 started out very well, but they lost life in the first level, but then got powered up quickly. They made it to the end boss with triple spray, or the spreaders, and dodged the first wave projectiles in the first phase and made it through unscathed. They went into level 2 furiously like someone owed them money and began mowing down the enemies, but lost another life early in the second stage. They had to use their first continue during the boss fight in stage 2, but kept the composure going into stage 3. The spray weapon helped them a lot, but they took a difficult death in the middle of the third stage. They lost another life to the boss, and the boss made them spend another credit, but ultimately moved on to stage 4. Stage 4 seemed to be a little bit more chill for our player, as they were able to take their time through the stage, although they lost a life early on. They got to the boss fight on their last life, and no bombs were available to them until they took a death, which could have been intentional. You never know. They finished with a score of 294,302. So for speed, I'm going to give them an 8. They move with purpose. They move like they needed to get somewhere. For accuracy, I'm giving them a 7. Simply because they seem to rely on their bombs a lot during this run. And for finesse, I'm giving them a 9 because they went out there with the swagger like nobody's going to stop me. No one's going to stop me from getting to my destination. As far as whoever player 1 is, I think player 1 is Detroit Love. I think D-Love was the one starting this off strong.
Now, player 1 came out of the gates with a really good, solid performance, just like they did last week. And I'm going to go ahead and give them an 8 for speed, a 7 for accuracy, and a 7 for finesse. And this is actually one of the better scores that I'm going to be giving out here today. So, the really solid job. And as far as who do I think it is, I'm going with Michael B., the Game Genie, on this one.
Thank you, CT, for having us as guest judges. Jeff Rainwater here.
Oh, yeah, Papa Brad.
Papa Brad. All right,
Okay.
We got 10 points between the two of us. So I gave 5 points worth. You gave 5 points worth.
I get 5 points, right.
So you can get up to 5 from each of us.
And then we combine it for a total score.
All right. Player 1, what do you think?
Player 1, okay. Not pretty good player overall. They made it to stage 4, which was awesome. There was some bombs wasted. But overall, I thought they did pretty good. I'm going to give them a score of a 4.
A 4, wow.
4.
So I really liked player 1 as well. I thought he played as Marion, which he had a kind of a harder level than some of these other guys. The levels are random in this. And I thought he had a good understanding of the sides of his hitbox. He exercised patience. He didn't rush in for a power-up if he needed it, putting him in a bad situation or anything. I'm giving him a 4 out of 5 as well. I think player 1 did a great job.
So player 1, awesome job to kick off the night. So excited. Gunbird is a fantastic game, and I think you approached it very, very well. I noticed specifically how your maneuvers were just fantastic, and you were always going for those power-ups, at just the right time. Is like you don't want to be too risky when you make those moves. And then also, I also noticed just extra brownie points for this. You're using scan lines on the IiRcade. Hello. The picture quality of your capture was fantastic. I got to give you some extra points for that. And you didn't want to waste anyone's time, so you're just clicking through the buttons really quick on all those cutscenes. The story. You're like, let's get back to the game. So I thought that was fantastic. But overall, I'm going to have to give you, for finesse, again, I'm grading a little bit on the curve. So because of that, I'm going to have to give you on finesse, I'm giving you a 6. For that accuracy, also a 6. And the speed, I'm going to give you a 5. But
at least you gave him something higher than a 3.
To the night. Appreciate you. And I think you're Detroit Love. I don't know why, but I'm just screaming out to me, Detroit Love, with the scan lines and the picture quality. I just think that it could be you, my love, my Detroit Love. We'll see. We'll find out.
Well, player one, you asked it all right, but you didn't do good enough. Let's go over them scores. Player one, you got a total score of 70, and the judges, some of them think you Detroit Love, somebody else thinks you Michael B. Do y'all know who he might be? We're gonna find out. Next up, player number two.
Okay, getting into it. Black of the blow. Okay, getting a little strategery. Trying to get that power up. This is player two trying to get, using the superpowers already. Jeez. Turn that down a little bit. Okay. Going after it. Taking both of these mech warriors down. Boom. All right, into the next level. Still stage one. Player two. Just blowed up. Already not as good as player one. But trying their best. They the one that always got participation trophies as a kid. Oh, got blowed up again. Damn, they run the short bus to school, didn't they? All right, they're going to try it again. There you go. Got the power up. Boom. You got it that time, finally. Okay, into stage two, player two. Just blowed up again. But I feel bad for this person. Maybe they need glasses or something. I don't know. It's like, All right, they're going to the train station. You think you can beat my machine? Look, they reading it, so you know they don't know what they're doing. You know, they reading the storyline. You know, it's funny when you play a shooting game like this. When do you ever read the storyline? This person just trying to take the story and say, listen, this story is like some Final Fantasy. Let me watch that. Bruh. Going after the trains, planes, and automobiles. You got mech warriors on the damn train. Ain't that something? It's almost like the shipping shortage. I bet, hey, on that train, do they got any arcade one-ups and some IiRcades coming from overseas? I'd like to place an order, please. Blowed it up. Look at this. Down to it. Running out of coins. Going after a big robot warrior on the train tracks. Blew up like a pizza. Look at this. Is player two, right? All right. Well, we into the next stage. We into the jungles. The jungles of Samoa. And they blew up again. All right. Player two. Participation trophy.
Player two played as Mary as well. They started off shooting for the sake of shooting and lost a life very early, very quickly in the first level. They recovered and made it to stage one boss, using their bombs immediately, but taking another death. They had to use their first credit on the first boss. It happens. On stage two, they lost a life in a matter of seconds, like that. They kept trying to push the screen forward and losing lives that way. They ended up beating stage two, but not without losing their last available life as soon as stage three started. They finished with a score of 164,902. For speed, I'm going to give them a 9. They did their best to rush through the game. For accuracy, I'm giving them a 5. And I'm giving them a 5 because they were hitting more air than enemies. But for finesse, they get a 1. There was no finesse. If 1 wasn't the lowest score I could give them, they get a big old goose egg. A big old 0, cetera, zilch, nothing, just nada. As far as who I think player 2 is, I think player 2 is DKO G73.
Player 2 came into this performance coming off of last week's performance, and they actually kind of did worse this week than they did last week. They had a better performance on Sly Spy than they did here on Gunbird, unfortunately. And as for my rankings, I went with a 5 for speed, a 6 for accuracy, and a 4 for finesse. And as far as my guess, I'm going with Detroit Love on this particular one.
Here we go. Zing! Player 2!
Player 2! Okay.
Player 2.
I'll go first on this one. I'll go first on this one. Rookie mistakes. Mistakes. Like you said, died on stage one.
Not a shmup player. I mean, you can tell from the way they play the game that they don't play shmups very often.
Well, I mean, did they take the time to actually practice this at all? Because this player did not practice. Or if they did, then oh my goodness, they're just that bad. But not good at all. I'm going with a 1 out of 5 on this one.
And you know, I don't think they were that bad, but I'm gonna give this person a 2.
Player 2 wasn't so bad, but I was a little disappointed that you died on the first boss. You couldn't really make it to those additional stages. You know, I still thought overall on your accuracy, it was very good. So for that, I'm going to give you a 6. But when it comes to speed and that finesse, both of those end up being a 4. I just thought it was a little bit
you know that's
less
way
than
too low.
average. You know, it just didn't. You just didn't have that oomph that I was looking for in a gameplay like that. Again, I think your accuracy was high, but you know we're grading on so many different levels here, and you know that's where I'm gonna land on that. That's just where I'm at, and so I've been kind of looking at the numbers, and I could be way off base here, but my guess is player 2, you're mad dads.
Player number 2, god damn. Let's see them results. Well, player number 2, some people think you're DK, Detroit Love Mad Dads with a score of 47. Shit, I don't know. But do y'all know? Up next is going to be player number 3.
Okay, a little bit of camera action instead of the direct capture. So here we go. They look like, they're in a different vehicle altogether. Stage 1. Trying to get some work in. I like how there's a lot more lasers on this one. I would say that so far so good, but listen. They're with the Fast and Furious. Man, the speed on this thing is incredible. Like the lasers that come out of this thing are sick with it. Look at this. They are sick with it. Look at this. Just destroy. I kind of feel like you don't have to be as good with this one because look how many damn lasers are coming out of this thing. Like the entire screen is their lasers. That's not. I can't tell if they're good or not because they just destroy because they got the best weapons. Look at that. Now they're throwing fireballs and everything. Look, bro. That. Okay. Well, look. Okay. Again, you're hiding behind the wall of lasers. I don't know if your skill level is as good as all the lasers on screen. I feel like anyone, even player 2, could do well if they had all these lasers on screen. It's ridiculous. But I mean, listen, you chose it. That's smart. That's a smart move. So I can't hate on you. So for intelligence, I give you a 10. I don't think we're judging on intelligence, but if we were, you get a 10 because you picked the right one. So hopefully that means something. All right. And these levels look different too. What's going on here? All right. Big round centipede looking motherfather. All right. Oh, there's a blow up. Oh, look at these things. Oh, snap. Nice power up. Here comes the big knife of doom. This dude's going to try sticking you in your eye. Make sure you shoot him up. You're throwing down the flames. Oh, there you went. Still got 2 more credits. Should be good. Should be able to get past this pretty easily. All right, and you're off to the next one. Now we're over top of the water on stage 4. Again, this is overpowered, man. This, bro. I mean, you should be able to just beat the whole game with this thing. Not sure if that. Except you didn't. All right, keep going. Go after this guy. Oh, what? Now your lasers are gone. Now you're just down to. Now you need your power. Now you back up to it. Look at you. Chainsawing fools. Good God. Shot him in the face. Blew up in the pizza. All right. So how do we score something like this? So again, intelligence a 10 because they picked the vehicle that's going to help them the best. Let's see. What are the different scoring things? Yeah. So we got like finesse. I'm gonna give them like a 4 on finesse because how much finesse you need to do? Just shoot the whole wall for the laser. That's not finesse. What is it? Speed? I mean, it is fast.
Player 3 had a change of pace, and they used Tetsu. Player 3 began grabbing all the power-ups they could see and decimating their competition. They're the first contestants to use Tetsu, and there seems to be strategy behind that. They handled the enemies efficiently, completing the first stage without losing a life at all. They seem to be very experienced with the game. On stage 2, they went in guns blazing and powered up to no end. They dodged the bullets magnificently, but a stray bullet took away their first life. They made it to the boss and just rained down fury on the enemies, destroying them with ease. Stage 3 starts and they've only lost 1 life at this point. They had good use of their bombs on this level and they continued to just plow through the stage until they got to the boss, but the boss claimed a life for themselves. Player 3 lost another life and used their first to continue getting vengeance on that same boss. On stage 4, they got a little bit more comfortable, getting control of the pace, but lost a life because of the chaos on the screen. On stage 5, they used their bombs more efficiently to clear out the trash mobs and weave through the enemy. On the second phase, they too had the advantage of iframes and moved on to stage 6, but died instantly, finishing with a score of 465,420. For speed, I'm giving them an 8. You know, they move with a good purpose. You know, they moved fast enough. For accuracy, I'm giving them a 9 because they didn't really miss any shots. Finesse, I'm giving them a 10. There's no way, unless you were like you're in the Matrix or something, that you ninja dodged all the shots that we watched them dodge. Like, it's insanity. As far as who player 3 is, I think player 3 is Mad Dad's Gaming.
Right off the bat, player 3 came in, and I knew it was going to be a real strong competitor, really great performance, and they really picked up their performance off of last week. Last week, I felt that they were just kind of solid across the board, nothing amazing, nothing to write home about, but this week, I think that they stepped up their game to top-tier performance here. Actually, they're not the top performing player of this week's challenge, but having said that, they came in as a super, super strong competitor, and I went with a 9 for speed, a 9 for accuracy, and a 10 for finesse. And as far as my guess on who player 3 is, it's Mad Dad's Gaming. Mad Dad.
All right, player 3.
Player
What do you
3,
think?
Gonzo playing. I mean, going straight in, like when they were getting
Aggressive,
the power up,
very aggressive.
aggressive playing, which I loved.
Now, this guy played as Tetsu, different than the other two. The first player and the second player played Marion.
Not the best, but definitely good. Solid gameplay. Made it to stage 6, which is the furthest that both the 2 highest players made it. And I think, I'm going to give this player a 4 out of 5. Strong gameplay, but not insane, but very good.
Now, I like the use of the invisibility. So, like when you respawn after you're dead, you have a few seconds where you're kind of invisible. This player obviously knew that and took advantage of that to go right after those power-ups, being aggressive. But you got to be careful. Like, the aggressiveness can work against you, too. So I think this was a good benchmark. I think not a great player, but a pretty solid player. It seems like they practiced. 3 out of 5 for me.
Wow, player 3, you hit it out of the park. I was extremely impressed with your gameplay. No credits used on stage 1. You were just amazing at dodging. Like, the maneuvers and the dodging of the different bullets were just brilliant. You ended on a super high score compared to many that were playing. You're right up there, brother. And I'm going to give you across the board, finesse a 7. Your accuracy, a 7, a speed, a 7, DKOG. I think you're DKOG.
Well, player 3, you did your shit. Let's see what your ass got. Player 3 with a total score of 83. Couple of them think you're Mad Dads. One person thinks you DK. I don't know, but the people might. Let's go to player number 4.
Okay, this one's got a couple of good. Oh, it's got some pretty cool special lasers. All right, those green lasers. I don't know if they're really helping or not. Okay, it does help right away. Those side green lasers. I don't know if they're actually helping. Maybe it kind of protects them a little bit, but I don't know. I wouldn't have chosen that. Already 1 death on stage 1. Whoa! Look at that. Good googly goo. I take back what I said about the green things. I mean, obviously, when you splooge all over you, you died again. All right, skills on this person. I don't even need to see the rest. Skills, we're down to a 4. You died twice. I mean, you're probably better than me at this game, but I don't have an IiRcade. No, died again. Yeah, let's put the skills down to 3. Let's put your skills down to 3. Your speed, I'll put it up to like a 7. And your finesse, I mean, I'm gonna give you a 2 on that. I'm sorry. Player 4, Did you know they were gonna play this game this week? You maybe should have practiced a little bit. Maybe they just bought the IiRcade. IiRcade. Maybe that's what happened. They just bought it. And they were like, oh, what's the game we playing? Oh, well, let me quickly play it right quick. I like green, so let me pick this green dude. And I feel like that's what happened with Player 4. Player 4, well, you ain't winning this week, that's for sure. I hope you had fun in the tournament. I mean, you and Player 2. You and Player 2, you probably the same person.
Player 4 started off hot and heavy with a lot of bullets flying at the opposition. They used the bombs effectively against the train on stage 1 and made it out of the first phase unscathed. The second phase, however, did cost them a life, but they cleared the stage. On stage 2, they began to pick up the pace and use their bombs in a panic position to avoid a death. They continued throughout the stage until they got to the boss and took a death. The second phase of that fight, the boss cost them a credit, but they moved on to stage 3. On stage 3, they got caught early, losing 2 lives in 10 seconds. Like, legit, it was... They lost a life on the boss and had no more bombs left at their disposal, and the boss claimed another life. They went into stage 4 in their last life, and then they took their final death to a sub in the water, finishing with a score of 248,802. For speed, I'm going to give them an 8. You know, they tried to move the chain.
Zip it. Zip it.
Took a hit because of it. Accuracy, I'm going to give a 4. You know, lots of shots were taken, but ultimately, a lot of them didn't land. And for finesse, I'm getting a 3. Not as bad as Player 2, but still pretty close. Player 4, I believe to be third floor arcade with Jason. Sorry, Jason. Nothing personal. Just saying.
Player 4 came into this week's performance, and they really continued the kind of solid performance coming from last week. But having said that, I feel like that they actually stepped down just a smidgen in performance this week as opposed to last week. And as far as my ratings for them, I went with a 7 for speed, a 7 for accuracy, and a 7 for finesse. So 7s across the board for this player. And I'm going ahead and say I think this one is third floor arcade with Jason. That is my guess here.
Player 4.
Player 4.
I got to start with this.
Now, this player played down this. A different character than the rest.
Yep. Made it to stage 4. Filmed everything with a washed out screen.
Lost a point right there for me.
Taking a point. Sorry. I mean,
you guys need to do a little better job with your production value.
Come on. Angle that's washed out in film is inexcusable, especially for someone that's a YouTuber.
Very washed out. Yes, lose a point right there for me.
Point. No screen capturing, and even worse, they put it at the very worst angle to film. So it was a chore watching it. Gameplay was very mediocre. I'm giving them a 2.
I don't feel like this player is as good at dodging as some of the other players, particularly as good as player 1 or player 3. They're better at dodging. But they did make it to stage 4. I would have given a 3 out of 5, but the screen was so washed out. They lost a point there. I'm giving them a 2 as well. So 4 points from us.
Player 4, you did pretty good, but there wasn't anything that just really pulled on me, right? And so the score, I'm going to have to reflect on that. You didn't do a horrible job, but you didn't do an amazing job. And it was like this in all categories. This was really interesting how in finesse, I'm going to have to just give you a 5. Accuracy, I'll give you a 5. And speed, I'll give you a 5. It's like a C. It's like you're doing great. You're doing good in school, but you're not top of the class, but you're not failing by any means. And I hope that score accurately reflects that. You averaged out pretty good. I hope you continue in the game because I know you have the skills. And for that, I think player 4 is actually on the 3rd floor. That's my guess, your 3rd floor.
You did what you could, but that screen was hurting my eyes. Let's see them scores. Player number 4, you got a total score of 80. Which your scores is pretty average, and everybody thinks your ass is 3rd floor with Jason. maybe y'all might know at home. Let's get on with player number 5.
Let's see this old dude pedaling his little helicopter around the way. Let's see what he does. Only 2 little streams. Okay, now he's, oh, look at it. Oh, look at him. There we go again. Okay, so Tetsuo was this dude from before. Okay, I got it now. So it's the old dude that was doing work. Okay, we're back here at this. Let's see if he gets poked in the eye with this stick. Let's see what happens. Speed is good. He's actually just staying in one place. Very methodical. We need points for methodology. I need to just score this up the way it makes sense to me. I'm going to score it based on skills, speed, and finesse. That's my scoring. That's what I'm going to do it on. TTJ's going to have to figure out how to make that work in his scoring system. So, skills here. So far, I'm going to give the skills... I'm going to give these skills. I feel like a 7 on these skills. It actually might be an 8, because look how he dodged and everything. All right, well, hold on. There's some skills here. I was talking bad stuff about the way this thing just shoots up a wall of lasers, but there are skills here. There are skills. Very, very methodical. Oh, there's the first drop on stage 3. Look. All right, I'm gonna give you an 8 on skills because you far in it before you really started dying. So skills. Okay, now you're falling apart on stage 4, but that's all right. That's not an easy one to do. Who this? UAG? Who knows? All right. UAG that good at this game? I don't know if it's UAG. Trust me, I don't know. I have no clue. All right, skills are 8 on this one. I'm gonna give speed. A good old 8 because they moving right through. And finesse. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna give a 7. I'm gonna give a 7 on that. I'm gonna give a 7 on finesse. They're doing pretty good. They're pretty good. They're better than me. Going pretty far though. Stage 5. All right, I'm gonna make my skills 9. I'm gonna say 9 for skills because they're really far. I'm moving my skills up to 9. Yeah, I mean, look, skills are 9. Okay. Let me see what this. Let me see some. I don't know how you finesse a game like this, but ooh, they got double. But they still got a whole other credit. I got a person presses the continue button. And that's what people said in the last one. They were like, "Oh, I could tell because the person pressed the button and did it again this week." Like, you still see my hand. Oh, they getting worked and stuff. Well, listen, stage 5 is hard. All right, my scores stay. This person is very skilled. This person and person number 1, they both got skills. I really feel like if this was a tournament just in this, those 2 would be at the finals. Player 5 in a house, doing it big. Stage 6. Good lord.
Player 5 used Tetsu. All right, so Player 5 started all on fire, shooting everything on the screen. They got to the first boss, a.k.a. not Team Rocket, and cleared that phase with ease. The second phase was also no problems. They went through it easily. They faced the train boss and used a bomb to get through the first section of the fight. Continued to use bombs, but the final phase of stage 3 took another life from Player 5. In stage 4, they were trying to rebuild their arsenal as well as bombs to help move through the level. They were hit by a stray bullet, and they had to use their first continue. Not Team Rocket showed up again and tried to thwart our hero, but they continued to build. They lost life due to so many bullets on the screen, but unleashed their bombs on the second phase while losing their life on stage 5. On their last life, they got desperate, utilizing bombs, but ultimately failing to their enemy. They finished with a score of 506,602. So for speed, I'm giving them an 8.5. I wanted to give them a 9, but Player 5 was kind of different, so 8.5. For accuracy, I'm giving them a 10. Not a lot of missed shots at all. Like, literally, they barely missed anything. And for finesse, I'm also giving them a 9. They were on point, slipping and dodging enemies until the last 2 stages, which the game progression just at this point caught up to them. Player 5, I honestly believe it's B Kong from Kong's Arrest.
Player 5 continued the super strong and amazing performances that they started last week in week 1. And my hat, I'm tipping my hat to you, my sir. You are definitely a strong competitor. As I sit here through 2 weeks, I feel you're the top competitor in the competition as of right now. And I went ahead and you got 10s across the board, 10 in speed, 10 in finesse, and 10 in accuracy. And as far as who do I think this one is, I think this one's UAG. I think it's UAG.
Player 5 got 506,000 points, played Tetsu. I don't think this player actually practiced the game, but the player had such good skills. I think he's definitely like at least a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give him some respect as someone that plays shmups. You can tell someone that plays a lot of these games by the way they play, and I'm gonna give this person a pretty good score. I felt like the skills,
they had some skills
were there. They might not have known this shmup really like the back of their hand, but they had the skill set. So I'm actually gonna give them a 5.
5. So 9 points total from it. That's the highest so far, I think, right?
Yeah, I was pretty. 5 did good.
Okay,
I would give 5 a good score from what I saw.
So a 5 from Brad and a 4 from me. That's 9 points. Good job, player 5.
Player 5, wow, that was absolutely spectacular. What a game. I've been looking for someone like this with extreme talent, and we're starting to see it on that second game. Beautiful maneuvers when you were doing the boss battles. I definitely noticed that you were very, very strategic, and all of your moves were very calculated. You only moved just exactly the minimal amount to be able to avoid the enemy fire. This was beautiful. I'm sitting there thinking, like, okay, the enemy fire is going to come. I'm going to come way over here. I'm going to go way over there. But no, you're like, I only need to move just a little bit, just to tap. Just to tap it over here and then tap it over there. Just enough to keep your firing on the enemy and just dodging ever so slightly. You have been doing this for years. You are brilliant, my man. And for that, I'm going to give you, on finesse, I'm giving you an 8. Yeah, an 8. For accuracy, a 9. For speed, a 9. And I think you're Michael B. the Game Genie.
I don't get it.
Because Michael B. has been doing this forever. He's been playing video games since he was like 5 months old. He was basically born with a pacifier, which was actually an NES controller. Brilliant, my brother. Gunbird must be your game. This is fantastic.
Very impressive job, player number 5. Let's see your shit. Player number 5 with a score of 92.5. All the judges is all over the place with it. Your ass did good. Do y'all at home know who he might be? Let's get on with player number 7.
Tetsu. You know, listen, I guess I would too. Oh, we in stage 1, you died already? Oh, okay, look, we done with this. 2s all around. I mean, this is ridiculous. Why CT, why you show me this? You should have just said they died a lot. Y'all didn't need to see this. 2s. And the only reason I'm giving you 2s is because you in the tournament and you in the second round. Otherwise, I give you 0s. Look at, what is this? You never played this game before in your life. You literally went down to the local pawn shop and got yourself an IiRcade just to get in this tournament because you were like, oh crap, the next round is an IiRcade. I better go get it. And what's the game? I better get this Gunbirds. Bruh. Terrible. 2s for everything. Skills, speed, finesse. I don't know how you made the stage 2, not gonna lie. Oh my god, just death after death. Just heinous. Death after death. Just terrible. This would be like if I played this game for the very first time, this is what it would look like. I'd be just like this. Just dying. I know one thing's for sure. IiRcade better not use this as a sales video. People ain't gonna buy it. If they see this, they're like, oh man, that game's too hard. I ain't gonna buy this IiRcade. You are not an you're an advertisement for people who don't want to buy IiRcade. You're the anti-advertisement. Player 7. You're probably good at other things though. I mean, you're in the second round here, so you must be you were good at the first game, I guess, right? Or good enough. I hope the next round, player 7, is really good to you. Just trash.
Player 6 used Tetsu.
7.
Player 6 started
Player 7
like a man and lost life in the first 15 seconds. Ouch. It's funny because the more that they jam the buttons, the worse they seem to do. They use their bombs to help them get through the train section, but lost 2 lives back to back in a matter of seconds. They used their first continue on the first stage. The run isn't looking good for them as they lost another life to the train back to back in 15 seconds. Sounds like a theme. They finished the first stage, but it was hella rough. On stage 2, they died and had to use their second continue. I think they may have, used an extra credit, but then I counted 2 continues at this point with another one left.
Time's
It doesn't matter
ticking.
because the
Have you
first phase
said
of the boss
enough
claims
yet?
2 lives.
Have you said
Back to
enough?
back, and like Thanos, balance was restored as they died on stage 2 on the second boss of 117,902. For speed, I'm giving them a 10 because don't nobody die that fast in the run. Legit, nobody dies that fast in the run. So you get a 10 for speed. For accuracy, I'm giving them a 6 because at least when they shot some stuff, it hit. I mean, never mind the fact that they died in the process, but whatever else. For finesse, it's a 1, dog. It's a 1 for me, dog. There was none at all. Sorry. And player 6, I believe to be your average game.
Player 7, they had a subpar performance last week, and unfortunately, they kind of continued that trend and actually put forth even a worse performance this week than last week. And they actually came in with the lowest score for me in this week's competition. And I went ahead and gave them a 5 for speed, a 5 for accuracy, and a 4 for finesse. And as far as who do I think this player is, DKOG73, unfortunately for you, my friend, I do think you are player 7 this week.
Oh my God.
Okay, player number 7. Brad, come on.
Player 7.
Do you even game, bro?
One.
Do you know how to play video games?
Can we give him 0?
They're playing with one hand, maybe. I'm not sure what. Like,
were they holding the camera with the other hand?
It's like I think they have like a corn dog in one hand, and they're just like playing with the.
Yeah.
0 points from me. 0.
0.
No effort
0
given to learn this game. No, like, are you even in the tournament?
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, whoever player 7 is. You deserve to be eliminated this round I'm saying.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I'm going to have to go with a 0.
Big fat 0. So no bonus points from the bonus judges
sorry.
for player 7. Sorry, it was that bad.
Sorry,
it was bad.
I'm not trying to hate, but, it just was not there.
Somebody's got to get the fat 0, so it goes to player 7.
I'm sorry. Like,
I feel horrible
you didn't even
now.
Make it through the
I
first
feel
boss
bad
on the
because
first to the
I
line.
shouldn't feel bad. That guy did really bad.
Player 7, what is going on? Are you afraid of power-ups? I don't even understand it. I'm sitting here watching you play the game. You do understand that while you're shooting at enemies, at times power-ups will become available to you that will increase your ability to defeat the enemies, but you didn't even go for them. It was like you were afraid of them. You have some fear. You have some issues with fear, and you don't want to take the risk. You're sitting there saying, I'm comfortable with the gameplay at this level of strategy, and when the power-ups become available, you're like, no, it's too risky. There's too many bullets. I don't know what to do. So I'm really sorry, player 7, but so for finesse, I'm going to have to give you a 3. The speed, I'm going to have to give you a 4, and the accuracy, I have to give you a 3. Like, it's just... like, I don't know why, and because of that, I think you might be UAG.
Man, oh man, player number 7, you had it rough. Let's see what your ass got. Player number 7 with a total score of 41. Yikes. And they think your ass is UAG or DK. I think your ass is UAG. Let's get on with the final player.
All right, player 8, let's see what you got. All right, here we go. Oh, some nice weaving, some ducking and dodging. Checking to see where she can fit in, getting where she fits in. Okay, little 2 laser. I feel like you need more skills for these other 2, but also it might be dumber. Like, you might need more skills. Oh, there we go. Now okay. Here we go. Putting in work. Player 8. Player 8 is putting in work. Moving, dodging, ducking. All right, look, I already like what I see. Player 8, I like what I see. You're trying to battle. You're trying to become one of the chosen ones. I think you're going through to the next round. Oh, blowed up at the first stage. Just don't die again. Just don't die again, and you'll be forgiven. All will be forgiven. Okay, all right, good. You have been forgiven. Stage 2. All right, dodging, ducking. Here we go. Back and forth. Let's go. All right, little storyline. Forget the storyline. See, again, that tells you skills. Like, I already know story. I don't need a storyline. I ain't here for this. Oh, died on stage 2. Okay. Throw them supers in. Get them guns. Look. You picked the wrong character. I think maybe you should have done that spammy one. I mean, you got the skills to stay alive, which I appreciate. I respect that. But we trying to win this tournament. You trying to win this whole thing, man. Go for the cheap. Cheap out. You trying to show skill. Well, listen, you're trying to show skills. You know what? For that, your skills are an 8. Giving you an 8 for skills. I'm going to give you a 7 for speed. And for finesse, because you picked a non-cheesy character, I'm gonna give you another 7. I almost want to give you an 8. Let's see what you do. But I think 878 is good, or 877, whatever I said. Put the math down. Whatever CT Jason puts up on the screen. That's what I said. Skills are an 8 for sure. Speed a 7, like I said, because you can't destroy stuff as fast because this one character doesn't have cheapy stuff. And then you know what? For this level right here, finesse and skills, right? 8. 878. That's a score. 878. I like that. Yeah, look, we're deep. We're in stage 4. Can we get to the highest stage ever? I will hit your skills to a 9 if you get to level 5. If you get to stage 5, you still got enough credits. If you can get to stage 5, I'll give you a score of 9 on skills. A little bit of superpowers there. Stage 4 coming down. Going to try to take it out. Take out the main chicken hawk. All right, here we go. Hitting them from behind. Okay, hitting the wings, hitting the middle. Still dodging, ducking and dodging. Doing a good job. Oh, I really thought they were going to get caught then. Okay, look. All right, we're going to stage 5. I'm going to give you a 9 for skills. Oh, bruh. You can... See, all right, but you're in 5, though. So skills got to be a 9 because it's hard to get to stage 5. All right, so skills are a 9 now. You've been upgraded. Speed, I still going to keep it at like a 7. And then finesse. Can you finesse your way through this with 1 credit? Can you get to stage 6? If you get to stage 6, I'll give you a 9, 7, 9. I'm negotiating with this dude, and this video has already been shot. So I'm negotiating with nothing. But I'm negotiating. If you want a 9, 7, or 9, 7, 8, you can get one, but you need to get all the way to stage 6. Because again, skills with this particular character, you don't have like the cheesy one. You're doing good stuff. The finesse is moving. You're moving around. You're dodging some of the hard stuff. I remember seeing people die right here. All right, player 8 is got. Okay, look. Already, I'm up in your score. Okay, 9, 8. If you can get past this, I'll give you a 9. 989. 989. That's it. 989. Done. 9. And see, I already done scored it up a little bit. Ain't that some stuff? 989. Player 8, you great. Then you just got 8. And these 2 head things are. Oh damn! Can you get past this one? Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh. Bruh. I mean, how do you get past that? Oh, you blew it up. 989, son. Look at that. Stage 6, son. That is some skills. 989. This is the winner. This is the winner of this round. I don't care what the other judges say. Player 8 won. Y'all lying to yourself otherwise. You straight up lying to yourself. If anyone, I don't care who it is, scored this anything differently than what I did and said that someone else won this round, got higher score, you lying. You got paid off. Payola. Someone paying you off. Player 8's the winner. See you next week.
Finally, let's move on to player 7. Player 7 used Marion. Player 7 began hitting anything that moved on the level, grabbing powers and proceeding cautiously but with intent. They got the upgraded to the nice spread weapon and really began to do damage on the first boss. They took their health, their first death, but then they finished them all quickly. Stage 2 seemed to be pretty easy for them as well, but they did die to a stray bullet. On the stage 2 boss, they claimed a life from them pretty quickly as player 7 moved on to the second phase. They didn't use their bombs until the end of the fight, helping them to move on to stage 3. Players 7 seem to understand that the bombs are finite and not to be abused. On stage 3, they're getting back up to form as they proceed through the level, using a bomb to clear the screen as they reach the boss. They have pinpoint dodging as they weave through the bullet hail from the boss in the first phase of the boss fight. On stage 5, they began weaving and bobbing like an old boxer, your Muhammad Ali's, your George Foreman's, I believe that player 7 is Michael B. the Game Genie. I think that it's really him, For speed, I'm going to give an 8. For finesse, I'm going to give a 9. And for accuracy, I'm also going to give a 9.
Player 8 continued their super strong performances that they started on last week's game with Sly Spy, where they actually came out as the top performing player in Sly Spy last week. I personally thought that player 5 put a little bit better of a game together last week, but overall the judges, we decided it was player 8. And this week they continue that strong level of gameplay, but unfortunately for them, despite their maximum effort and really putting together a really, really strong, great performance, it was not good enough in this week's competition, and their scores ended up being 3rd highest overall for this week. And I went with an 8 for speed. No, I went with a 9 for speed, an 8 for accuracy, and a 9 for finesse. And as far as who do I think this is Kong Czar Rus. I'm almost certain.
Player 8.
Going from player 7 to player 8 was like a huge jump.
Oh, yes. That was those were the 2 bookends to this. I think player 8, in my mind, was the best of the group.
By far.
Do you agree?
I'm going to give player 8 a perfect 5 because the shmup skills that I saw were next level. When you were watching the way they were dodging the bullets, you could tell they were routing all the bullet patterns. And that, to me, is someone that has a really good understanding of how shmup gameplay is.
I think this was a combination.
Maybe Kong or Russ. I know we're not supposed to guess, but this is definitely someone that plays strategy and someone that has a very fast reaction time.
Right, very good reaction time. This guy was a joy to watch. I mean, the accuracy of the movements were just like the slightest little movement. You can tell they understood where their hitbox was. They didn't overcompensate when they needed to just move slightly. I really can't. The thing about a player like this is you don't know whether they've really practiced the game a ton or whether they're just really, really good.
It doesn't matter. The gameplay stands on its own. You can watch it in the playback, and it's really smooth. You can see him like weaving in between the bullet patterns. You can see that he knows when to use a bomb. Right when he's about to get hit, boom, throws that bomb out.
Defensively use the bombs.
Defensively, like that's how a shmup player plays the game.
I'm giving this guy a 5 out of 5 as well.
I'm giving him a 5 out of 5. So that's
10 points.
Score. That's 10
perfect
points.
Score for
That's right.
There you go, guys.
There you
Thanks
go.
for having us.
Thank
hopefully
you.
That helps. Good luck to all the contestants.
Thank you. Watch IiRcadians on Thursday nights.
Right, player 8, it was fantastic. You did a really good job, but I noticed that first level, it was like you were getting acclimated to the level. You weren't quite sure, but then your skill level just went up and up and up. By boss 3, your maneuvers were just breathtaking. The scores that you got were super high. You got stuck, and then boom, special powers just in time to escape that enemy fire. You held on to those special bombs that would just allow you out of the escape, and you used them at just the right time. You had that really high finesse. Like, although your score, your accuracy, your speed didn't go as far as others, but it was beautiful to see you weave through those enemies. And because of that, I am giving you a 9 on finesse. And your accuracy, it wasn't as great, but it was still good. I'm giving you a 7. And overall speed, I'm giving you a 7 as well. I think you might be B-Kong himself.
Very impressive job, player 8. Let's see them scores. Well, player number 8, you got a total score of 85. Half of these people think your ass is calm. I don't know, but I know your ass ain't getting eliminated. Do y'all at home know who he might be? We gonna find out. All right, everybody, it's time to see the total scores. First place, player number 5 with 92.5. Second place, player number 8 with 85. Third place, player number 3 with 83. Fourth place, player number 4 with 80. Fifth place, player number 1 with 70. Sixth place, player number 2 with 47. Seventh place, player number 7 with 41. Player number 7, your ass is toast. All right, player number 7, it's time to reveal who you are.
Kidding? Are you kidding me? Oh, I gave it my best.
Wow.
These 2 games I had never played, and so I enjoyed learning about new games. We have all these arcade cabinets and can't possibly play every game that's on here. So this series is pretty fun. CT Jason does a fantastic job of editing this, the judges, the participants. This has been a blast. So I'm just going to continue to get good. I'm going to watch the shows to find out what other games are on these cabinets and look forward to playing those. For the contestants that remain, boy, it looks like they're just going in order. Number 8 went last week. Number 7's gone this week. Number 6, watch your back. All right, guys, continue to watch the show. Until next time, I guess I'll see you in the audience. Peace.
All our players definitely showed they got what it takes to succeed. But unfortunately for D-Love, it wasn't good enough. Thanks for playing, sir. But now we go on to challenge number 3. Well, they will be playing on the Arcade 1-Up Big Blue. Let's hear from our judges one last time, and we're up out of here.
Damn, D-Love, it had to be you. I saw it, man. I thought you would have did a lot better. I had my hopes, my dreams, my aspirations. They were all on you, but unfortunately, Gunbird got you. You know, maybe in the next competition you could do a little better.
So, Detroit Love, you got eliminated this week. I'm sorry, you're a fellow Michigander, so I know I was hard on you a little bit, but I've been rooting for you, man. I have. You know, I'm a Michigander as well, so I was hoping you'd, be representing for us here in the Great Lakes State, as good as you can. And you made it through the first challenge. I salute you, sir, and it was fun having you be a part of this. And I'll see you later, Detroit Love. Thank you, sir.
Oh, it was Detroit Love. I kind of thought maybe that was him. I was hoping he would make it a little bit further, but, I think it's time that we all just have a moment of silence for our good buddy Detroit Love.
Oh man, that was Detroit Love? Oh, no way. I like that dude. Man, D-Love. I hope you had fun in the competition. No hard feelings, I hope. Practice them shmups, bud. I'll be seeing you playing pinball, I'm sure, again on your channel. Take care, buddy.
Wow. So Detroit Love. When enemies are at your door, I'll carry you way for more if you need help. If you need help. I'll share in your suffering to make you well. To make you well. When you fall like a statue, I'm going to be there to catch you like the planes that were flying, that were trying to attack you. I will help you get back up on your feet. If your heart is empty, not a thing will prevent me. Just tell me what you need. Just tell me what you need. I surrender honestly. You've always done the same for me, Detroit Love. And that's why I will do it for you. For you. Baby, I'm not moving on. I, Detroit, love you long after you're gone. For you. for you. You will never sleep alone. I, Detroit, love you long after you're gone. And long after you're gone, gone, gone. You're my backbone. You're my cornerstone. You're my crutch. With my legs stop moving, you're my head start. You're my rugged heart. You're the pokes that I've always needed. Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating. Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating. Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating. Like a drum, my heart will never stop beating. And I will do this for you, baby, I'm not moving on. I, Detroit, love you long after you're gone. And I would never sleep alone. And neither will you, but I, Detroit, love you long after you're gone. Long after you're gone, gone, gone. Thank you so much, CT Jason, for bringing the community together on such a fantastic episode. And we'll see you guys in the next video.